Good morning, Free Methodist Church. This is Abel Mejia again. I hope you guys have been having a wonderful week. I just want to take a moment of your day to talk a little bit about this wonderful message we had this past Sunday, specifically the verses in Philippians 2, verse 19 through 30. And the reason why I wanted to take some time to talk about this particular passage is because I really enjoyed this segment of Philippians 2, not because of its profound biblical theological underlyings or these revelations of Christ that we oftentimes think or assume they will look in the scriptures, but because of the very practical, applicable, and just genuine reflection of what Christ-like love looks within the body, and how we can really emulate that. Oftentimes we hear these words, brothers, sisters, big family in the church, but we don't have an idea of what that looks like. And we see in the example of Epaphroditus and Timothy, these two workers of faith that are working so diligently to not only get the gospel out there for the sake of the church, but to meet the church in their needs, and to these needs that are not just physical but underlyingly spiritual. And I think what really sticks out to me is Epaphroditus' example. And it reads here in Epaphroditus that, verse 26, for he longs for all of you and is distressed because you heard he was ill. It goes on to say in verse 27, indeed he was ill and almost died, but God had mercy on him, and not on him only, but also on me, Paul, to spare me sorrow upon sorrow. And it really just shows the heart of these workers of faith in the early church who worked tirelessly and just to the ends of themselves for the sake of the church, for the sake of these people in the church. And for some, the message might be, well, then I suppose then we should all work to the point of being ill. We should overextend ourselves. We should just give everything we have and have no regard for our health. But that's not quite the message that is being expressed or encaptured in this writing that Paul is really sending to the church. No, what he is really sending is that these are people who are expressing so much love that they are willing to give themselves to see not only just the progress and the success of this church, but truly care about the well-being and have genuine regard for these people that they're serving. And I think this is very important for us to really reflect and acknowledge, because oftentimes, whether it be in ministry or just even our fellow brothers and sisters sitting right next to us in a service, everyone's heart, everyone's actions, everything that is done within the church should indeed be a reflection of our genuine love and regard for each other. And this is very important when we consider the reality that we want to be known and called a family. And family dynamics are extremely important to really understand, especially if we are to love one another and show due regard for one another, and to truly love each other in such a manner that Christ has called us to truly reflect that genuine, endearing love that is not duplicitous, that is not manipulative, that's not self-serving or set on our own gain, and is especially not one that is really set on trying to commandeer an environment or commandeer a space for their own personal gain. No, in the end, the beauty of the church as a family is to indeed serve one another in such a manner that even if one is sick and extending themselves over for the sake of those around him, that same church that they are serving and sacrificing themselves for, whether they be ministers or fellow brothers and sisters in the faith, that love should be reciprocated in such a genuine and beautiful, giving way that really shows, at the end of the day, the words of Christ, that they will know that we are believers in Christ by the way we treat each other, or more specifically, by the way we love one another. They will know that we are his disciples. And that is a beautiful promise and a beautiful uh, gift that we have to show the world that we indeed do genuinely love each other from the same love that Christ has poured out into us, and that even in the serving, that we will not be expended of ourselves, but that we too will love upon those who commit to serving us, and in vice versa. So it's just one of the more profound things that really stuck out to me, and I just really want to share that with you guys. So by all means, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Take care, and God bless.